What can I say about The Room?
The Room is the worst movie I've ever seen.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was just the most perfect disaster.
And then once I got it and put it into my DVD player, I really couldn't believe the train wreck that was happening before my eyes.
One friend uninvited me from his wedding for showing him The Room.
The movie I would compare it to is actually Star Wars in terms of the excitement that the crowds have, the engagement they have, the laughter and the cheers. It's like really nothing I've ever seen before.
And this movie just continues to just grow in its myth.
Just watching this in its entirety without any jokes is a riot.
I have since watched it many times, more times than I care to admit.
My favorite experiences of The Room started with meeting Robin in grad school. And she shared with me her dark little secret, her participation as an actress in The Room.
As Super Bowl 45 approached, I decided that win or lose, my friend Zach and I would watch The Room afterward.
My first experience with The Room was a fateful April 1st gag on Cartoon Network.
Whether it was like the uncomfortable bedroom scenes was the first thing I remember being like, whoa, this is a little weird here.
I was extremely ill from complications of Crohn's disease. I had a horrible time. I couldn't work or go to school. And as a surprise, my brother and his fiancée at the time, now wife, threw me a room-themed birthday party.
There is no room in Germany.
When I moved back to California, we reconnected, started hanging out, and we always shared the same sense of humor, so I thought that Kristen would love The Room.
In The Disaster Artist, Greg mentions that Tommy owns a building near Fisherman's Wharf.
When I went to go see a little documentary for the release of The Disaster Artist, Tommy was signing autographs once again.
And we had a very special treat where a group of people got to read the original script for The Room before it got tweaked.
It kind of made me love you because you knew how much I would like this type of humor.
The audience participation rituals are so much fun. The spoons, the lighters, the cosplays, the stuff you shout to the screen, it is so much fun.
And we started going to the midnight screenings in disguise.
They all locked me out of the kitchen, and when I went in, I saw they had decorated the whole room themed as The Room.
I told him, don't worry, we'll go back and watch this movie, it'll cheer both of us up.
And I wouldn't know about it if I hadn't seen an episode of that guy with the glasses on the internet.
I came in about 15 minutes into the movie, and I was fascinated. I honestly could not cut it off until it was done.
I was selected to do the voice of Claudette.
Wearing a wig. And I also loved throwing spoons with everybody else in the audience.
In fact, my friend Evan, after the spoons were thrown, he actually got down on the floor and made a spoon angel.
We should also mention that between the first viewing at home with the DVD and the first screening, we actually started dating. So we started going out, and one of our first dates was this Room screening.
Yeah.
And he decided to give me one of his bracelets out of the blue. I have no idea why. He just took off one of his bracelets and just gave it to me.
They had this incredible picture over it all. That is Tommy Wiseau from various scenes in The Room. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, with different moods and one big spoon.
Everybody was kind of throwing around beach balls. And so I grabbed one of those beach balls and I had my favorite Room actor sign it, and that's Robin Paris.
Bought some pizza at this pizza restaurant that was in the building that Tommy supposedly owns. And there's a huge poster outside of his face from The Room.
Tommy looks like a vampire that has given up his ability to be immortal. So he's now dying.
By the end, instead of feeling angry, we were laughing, and it just felt wonderful.
Because it's a pretty rowdy crowd the whole time.
And we said, hey, do you know anything about that poster outside your store? And his eyes lit up and he got really excited and he goes, Yeah, that's my landlord.
That was just Tommy being Tommy, and I love that about him. He's just so out there.
Everybody who knows me at a certain point must watch this DVD without the riff tracks at least once, 100% sober.
He must have seen this type of a scene hundreds of times and was still able to experience this joy in people watching his movie.
It just reminds me to keep going and trying to create the things that I want to create in my life and living my dreams.
Watching The Room made us forget about the Steelers losing.
Tommy really does give good advice. Because after all, he says, if everybody loved each other, the world would be a better place to live.
Somehow, Tommy Wiseau got his wish with this movie bringing people together and becoming memorable. So, who knew?
And The Room has just continued over the years to be part of our relationship, and now we're actually married, and it's still part of our relationship.
And it made what would have been a really crappy birthday into something really special.
That was the greatest night of my life. Definitely one of the most fun experiences I've had.
I did not go to the cinema. I did not.
Can you marry me?
Love is blind.
Go, 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 go.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Thank you, Room.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, doggy.